What is going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with a quick Season 2 Cosmic Crucible update, being the first trial this week. Seeing the changes, great to reflect to see what have we learned so far, but a couple of good discoveries, though, for sure, that I'm hoping to dive into with you guys. But, first and foremost, let's get right into it. Total score here, as you can see, I just slightly beat my opponent here. Hopefully, they're not able to take down my last room. I don't think so. I believe they had already all the attempts, as well as some learning lessons for myself. So eager to show you guys in terms of what the attack looked like. But if you recall from my last video, I was able to showcase all of my different rooms. Has been also some differences here, but you can see these are the rooms that I attacked as well. We're going to be able to show you kind of the results breakdown. So first and foremost, let me go through my attacks, and then we can talk about the defenses as well as the discovery of what we've learned so far with this first day in Season 2. So I saw that I was up against a bunch of Dark Hunters. Bionic Avengers is a great way to take them down with ease. And the great thing about, taking a look at these experiences too, guys, is we can start kind of formulating a checklist, if you will, in terms of, counters and strategies that can potentially work that we can take advantage of, right? What worked, what didn't work. I was up against this Darkhold team. Thankfully, I did have my own, but you can see here, they were just so much higher than my own team. So I know this time sometimes could be a trade-off in terms of, getting the first turn and attack, but unfortunately, this was the team that I was not able to take down. So then I did use my Darkhold elsewhere, but yeah, Darkhold Stage 2 remains to be a really good defense because it does utilize a lot of strong offensive characters, but it's not a team I'm willing to put on defense. So, I mean, that was the cost there. Stage 3, my Secret Avenger is actually with the synergy of Kestrel, easily taking down Heroes as Guardians. So this was actually pretty much a freebie for myself. I didn't have any issues there. I really like them being on the offensive. And again, I don't think Heroes as Guardians is a good defensive team. So it was almost a freebie, just getting that lock. And you can see their team levels a lot higher, a lot lower than mine as well. Stage 4, we got lucky here. So guys, one of the key discoveries, we learned that the Unlimited X-Men does not actually have as much power as the previous Season 1s, right? So if you recall, the Age of X did give a huge buff to all the hero mutants, but even in this stage right here, where the Unlimited X-Men actually got access to Resurrection with being in that Stage 4, even Infinity Watch being lower could take them down. So adding this to my list, it seems like they're not as powerful as before, even with them having revives, and even when they did get revived, their HP was very low, so it just gave us a great opportunity to take advantage of the synergy of Infinity Watch. And what I like about Infinity Watch is because of their immunity and safeguard, really kind of shutting down Rogue, especially in the beginning when she utilizes her ability. So add this one, guys. This is a really good one to counter, and like I said, I felt like I didn't have a hard time at all when I was going through the attacks. Obviously take down Rogue and Gambit being key pieces, but otherwise very smooth, actually, surprisingly, when I did the attempt. Stage 5, utilized the combinations of the Eternals with Shang-Chi, Doctor Doom, and Omega Red, taking down this mixture here of the Young Avengers. So with this one, I didn't see an issue because they were kind of the leftover remaining offensive members of my team. And thankfully, yeah, I don't think they're a strong team to take down as well. Young Avengers can definitely pull away some good teams later on if you have other strong defenses. But in this case, it worked in my favor that I didn't use this team, and it was pretty smooth, as you can see with the power difference as well. And then last but not least, this is the one I was worried about at the very beginning, guys, because to be quite honest, I learned more from my opponent in the sense of how we can take this down later. So I'll show you guys in that from the defensive aspect. But you can see here, my Darkhold started things off, taking down 2 out of the 5 members. This is still a very strong team that we were up against. And then I cleaned things up with my Young Avengers, really rounding it out. So that said, what did the defense look like in terms of how they attempted my team? So keep in mind, defensively, my 1 million Black Panther is not as strong as theirs, but they utilize Infinity Watch and did cancel, so definitely not a good team to utilize. But they were able to one-shot my team using a combination of it looks like, the New Warriors with Eternals and Doc Ock. So I think this is something I want to be able to utilize, and that's why there is going to be a slight change in my defense as well. But I like this this discovery here. So I think Eternals, New Warriors is going to be the go-to for taking down Wakandans. It makes sense because they don't have safeguards, so we can flip everything from the beginning, and then as well as having Doc Ock extending negative conditions. So I think it really worked in that favor against the Wakandans. And keep in mind, though, their team was a lot higher than mine, so that probably played a factor as well. So if you want to play the similar power level, make sure that your guys' Eternals and New Warriors are at least built up if you're facing up against a very potent Wakandans team. So we're just going to start backwards then here. Stage 5, defensively, this was the surprise for me. I actually didn't think this team was going to do well, but Spider Weaver mixed in with my Web Warriors, as well as having Dormammu in there, really did throw a wrench into their plan. So you can see here, it was just hard for them to even take down. They utilized the combination of Spider Weaver and the Undying, and even after that, using an attempt and taking down at least 3 of my 5 members, they still had to use this full-on Secret Avengers mixture with Doctor Doom and Black Bolt, and still not able to get the job done. So this is going to be a team that I'm going to be keeping on here. I do like the aspects of just ensuring that there is a solid defensive team. And to be honest, I don't know how to counter this yet, so I'm just going to let my opponent figure it out and then make adjustments along the way. Stage 4, guys. So having my Unlimited X-Men team, it looks like Gamma is able to have and make short work of them as well. So far, Gamma and Infinity Watch being very, very strong offensive options to take down the Unlimited X-Men, even despite them getting revives in the Stage 4 room. Good to know. Stage 3 here, I wasn't expecting much, to be honest. I have my my Death Seed team here, but it looks like they just one-up me by using a more powerful Death Seed. So I'm going to probably keep this in place because of the fact that they look good overall, and it still isolates some of my opponents that don't have them built up. They're a fresh team too, and I like to kind of throw a wrench in their plans in terms of being able to pull that team away. If they have it on defense, this team is definitely trickier if they weren't able to mirror match. Stage 2, we got my regular Astonishing X-Men. Now, this is the team I'm probably going to swap out. It was just too easy for them to take down, so I'm gonna make the adjustment now. I'm going to switch this out for my my Young Avengers. It just bolsters my defense a little bit, and Astonishing X-Men still has that synergy with the turn meter and speed manipulation, so I'm going to use them as an offensive option for the next Cosmic Crucible trial. That's my my learning lesson here. Just wanted to play it out and see how that felt, right? And then lastly, guys, my Stage 1, if you recall, I put my Gamma team in there for defensive capabilities because I did want to pull away some of their more powerful teams. So you can see I did do that. It took away their Infinity Watch there, and then ultimately as well, they used a strong follow-up team in Dormammu, Omega Red, and Surfer to finish off the remnants of them. So I really like how that kind of balanced things out. Again, difference now is that for my defense, I am going to swap my Room 2 with my Astonishing X-Men and then bring in the Young Avengers. So I can show you that real quick here. That's kind of how I have it slotted right now for my revisions. So still feeling good about this. Got the win here, but we're going to make adjustments along the way, guys. So hope this helps you as well. But yeah, key notable factors, Wakandans, if you're smart about it, I think Eternals is the way to go with the combination of new warriors. And as well, the Unlimited X-Men are no longer as powerful as it used to be, but they still remain to be a good defensive, offensive option if you wanted to use that as a strategy to pull away teams. So let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. What worked, what didn't work for you. I'm very curious as well. We're all learning through this at the same time. Thank you as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.